Well, welcome back. 2014 Chevy Traverse. Just did front struts on this. So I've got a lot of the plastic covers off around. I don't think they have to come off for what I have to do now, but I'm going to leave them off just because they're off. This is due for spark plugs. We're going to do spark plugs, which means you got to pull the upper intake plenum. But we're going to go through and do that, show you how that's done. Alright, so let's get at it. I have no idea all the things have to come apart on this, but we'll just figure it out as we go. That's part of the cover, so that should just, I believe this just pops off, if I remember correctly. Yeah, set that aside, the beauty cover, whatever you want to call it. This has got to come off, I'm sure. That PCV, there's this, I think it's PCV, I'm not sure, well, air intake, just disconnect it right above the, I can see that. The front coils you can get to, the rear ones you can't get to on this. So we're gonna undo this here. Oh shit, let me do that. Let's see if I got, yeah, I'm gonna set that aside. Connector on the throttle body, I can't see. There's the lights right in my face. And there's a lock on it. That should just come off there, I think. Push it down. Yep, pop that off. There's a cover. Alright, so what else do we have here? This is connected. So we're going to undo that. It's a green. This connector here has a green. I think you just push that tab in and pull. Disconnect that. Electrical connector here. Just a squeeze, I think. Nothing is steel. Trying to get something to set magnetic on. Everything's plastic and aluminum. Come on. There we go. Disconnect that. Set that aside. So now what else? This is my WD-40. WD-40, one of the best things I found are these. Just give them a little shot of WD-40, and it seems to help a lot as far as getting these loose. You see, they get old and they tend to break, but I have really good luck with that. Let me put the fill cap back in here so I don't get anything down in there. 10 millimeter bolt here. That obviously has to come undone. Can't even speak today. Has to come out. Has to be undone. Am I actually filming? Yeah, I am. Okay, let's do that. Set that aside. Pull that loose and stick it right back in there. Just a little bit so I don't have to go hunting it down later. Okay. I got a Christmas tree here. Try to get them out without breaking them. I'll do that over here. Let's see if we can just not tear it apart here. A lot of times these just break coming out. Try not to. Okay, that one broke. Yeah, of course it did. That's what they usually do. Let's see what else we have. A bunch of hoses. Going to clip this back here. Got this long hose here. Let's just figure out our wiring. We've got to get some wiring stuff out of the way here. It's just a myriad of harness that we got to kind of get out of our way. Okay, so what I found on this, it has notches that fit under, so you have to be careful, but I just turned this. It's a hard line, so just be careful, they get a little brittle. You can turn it so it comes out from underneath these tabs. It goes like that. You see these tabs that stick out. You turn this enough, it clears those tabs, and you pop it up. Pop it out of there, which is what I wanted. Just wanted to get it out of the way. So I think, that's all we had to take off. There might be a hidden bolt here, but I know I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think these are 13. Yeah, they are. Let's start here. Now, do I have anything else? Nope. Doesn't look like I have anything else. Let's pull these out. See if they're all the same length. Those two are. All three are the same length. And that should be it. Not too bad. Not too bad. Oh, that's nice. So my lower aluminum one came with it, so not that big a deal, but didn't expect that. All right, let's put this back on here. Wasn't really planning on doing that, but now I probably need to get a gasket for it now that it's open. So I wasn't really counting on, but okay, let me cover that up. Make sure you cover those up so you don't get anything in them. All right, we'll do the front three first. As I said, I like to just hit these with a little bit of WD-40. All right, core bolts. Set them aside. Unplug them. Connectors. I have to tell you, WD-40 on these things does make a big difference, in my opinion. Not that that means anything to anybody but me, but it just, these things come apart so much easier. Let's see, let's get a hold of this. Set it apart, I'll just set that up there. We're not doing coils because there's no problem with the coils. It's just 109,000 miles, it's due for plugs. And we're going to do plugs. Got no leaks, good, everything's dry. 5/8. There you go, 5/8. 5/8 it is. There's your part number, if you can read it. Hopefully you can, let's see. I use OEM plugs for these. I don't use anything but OEM. No aftermarket, no other manufacturers. Plugs are designed for the car, and that's what goes back in. You don't have to get them from the dealer. Just beware of counterfeits. I usually check these when I get them anymore, because I don't usually buy them from the dealer because they're just ridiculously expensive. But I checked an ohm reading from the tip to the tip here. Not this, but the actual tip. And they should be pretty consistent. You know, real ones will be consistent. If they're not, they're counterfeit. You don't want that aggravation. "13 foot-pounds is what these are supposed to be torqued to. Let's get them started here. Torque them all at the end here. While we're in here, I'm going to put a little dielectric grease in here, each one of these, before we put them back in. Plug them back in. Okay, I'm going to blow that off in the back because I can't see it as well. I'm going to get any junk off of there. And I'm going to do the same thing in the back. Let me back up here. Let me back you up. So we just did that. I'm going to blow it off the back, just clean it off. And we're going to do the same thing. I may show you that, and maybe you really can't see. It's hard to see. It's back in there pretty well. But it's same procedure, what we did in the front. We'll do them, and then we'll come back. I'm going to have to get this gasket. I don't want to reuse this gasket. I don't like doing that, so I'm going to have to go get one. Then we'll put it all back together. All right, so I've got this all cleaned up. Got my gasket mating surfaces all cleaned up. Got a new gasket. There's part number right from GM. Hopefully you can see that. Hopefully you can read that. 1267-3300. Right there. I'm going to set that in place. Has a couple locating pins on it. Should line right up. Keep it in place. Now I've got my back three. My back three are still in there because if you don't put them in before you set this down, you can't get them in. So they're in. My bolts are in there. Let me get that paper towel out of there. Set this back down. Let's try to. It's a little better. Let's see what we got. Let's see if I got it lined up here. I believe I do. Those three are started. I get my other three. The front three are right here. Set them in. I'm all started. Just gonna check. Yes, my gasket looks like it's in the right spot. It shouldn't move because it's got locating pins. So 18 foot-pounds for these. I'm just going to go 10 first. All right, 18 next. Come on. Just check them. Good. That's why we check them, because sometimes they move when you're torquing the other ones down. A little bit. Come on. All right. Now it's just a matter of putting everything back together. Put the beauty cover back on there. It just pushes on. I like to put a little silicone spray on them when I push them back on. It makes it easier. Pro Honda silicone spray. I don't know if that's legal to put that on a Chevy or not, but we're going to find out. Just helps a lot. Makes it easier. Kind of like the WD-40 on those clips and connectors. So let's see. Right there. Got to take your oil cap back off. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing. Take that off. Line it up. There we go. Oil cap back on. So we're going to junk down in there. And that's it. I've got to put these covers back on. That's from a different job though. You don't need to take them off to do this. So that's it. I'm gonna actually put all the stuff back on from the other job, which was the struts. Find my socket, which is down there somewhere. I have no idea where. And then we'll test drive it and see, make sure everything's okay. Well, that's it for the 2014 Chevy Traverse 3.6 liter spark plugs. I didn't do coils. Wasn't having any issues. It was just 109,000 miles due for spark plugs. Coils were not having any problems. This intake's not too bad. And I did get my socket back that I dropped down the firewall and it got hung up in the suspension. I did get it. I found it. But not really too bad. There's not a whole lot to get out of the way in order to make this work. But if you need to do this for your Chevy Traverse, I hope it helps you out. If you like the videos, click the like button and subscribe. Thanks for watching.